Hello YouTube, this is Melissa. I'm back and I wanted to get another layout done, and so I've been gone a little while, and it's only because I've been crafting Christmas things, and aside from the little bit I shared with you guys, it's kind of just been wrapping gifts and doing a handful of gift tags and cards and things, and so just trying to plug away at that. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I scrapbook in chronological order because I've got a little OCD, and that's just the way I do it. I've been doing it that way since day one. And I've been crafting for over 10 years, scrapbooking. Crafting forever, but scrapbooking for over 10 years. So I kind of just started it that way, and I'm gone with it ever since. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it's not too hard for me to keep up with doing my pages. So that being said, my husband just had a birthday not long ago, last week to be exact, and I wanted to get his photos from the birthday that we just had. I wanted to get those scrapbooks, so I printed them in black and white to alleviate limitations on my paper. And like always, I am going to let the work of the designers help me choose my colors. And so before I share what my plans are, this is actually a scrap lift from one of my favorite scrapbookers, Jen Gallagher, and I want to show you her layout that I'm going to be lifting this from and some of the changes that I hope to make. So I'm going to move the camera slow. Okay, so if you can see, she used a Polaroid here and a horizontal 4x6. That's my plan. I did pull a Polaroid from my stash, more of a vertical orientation that is going to work better with my photo. It's, very girly, so I'll have to either cover it or make another, use this as a template. So, and then where it says camp, I'm thinking about doing like the words today or something, because it's a birthday page. So somewhere I'll have 43 or 44, excuse me. And then where these trees are, I was thinking of maybe pulling in, as Simon says, balloon dies. Easy enough to make some sort of balloon shape if you didn't have these dies freehand. And then I also have this waffle flower celebrate die that I'm thinking of putting right here where it says destination there. So yeah, so let me move the camera back, kind of. And if, like I said, you've been following me for a while, you know that I do a lot of scrap lifting. I just find a lot of things inspire me. So some of the papers that I pulled, this is old, it's been in my stash. I really like the color scheme here. It reminds me a lot of this with the navies, the light blue, orange, and you can see here I've got some other papers pulled, some star paper. And I want to stay away from polka dot elements because I think that's going to be a little conflicting with my balloons. I mean, we'll see, but for right now, that's what I'm going. That's kind of what's happening in my head. The polka dots would be a little too competitive for me with the balloons. So anyway, I like the navies in here, reds, the lime greens, or apple greens, and yellows and oranges and stuff like that. So yeah, these are really old, been around in my stash. You might even seen me pull them before for other inspiration. But so for the white background, this was in my stash. I'll show you the front side. I bought this. I don't even know how old. It's a sassafras. But let's be realistic. This is so outdated. I know I won't use it. So we'll be using this as a white base, as my for my layout base. So anyway, stay tuned, and I will be back. Bye. Hi guys, it's Melissa. I'm back, and so I want to get started and show you my share, and I'm going to start with the layout that I scrap lifted, and then I will show you my take on it. So here we go. I'm going to move the camera. There we go. You can see it's a 12 by 12, and it is a layout by Jen Gallagher. Okay, so then here is my version. I'm super happy with how it turned out, and yeah, I just love it. I was able to use a couple of bits of old things, so that was good. So I'll go ahead and get started. So I mentioned in the first part of the video I was going to try to use the Polaroid. I actually ended up using that polka dot Polaroid. I just covered it in white paper because that was just easiest for me. So yep, just glued some white paper on there and cut it out, cardstock. And then the Celebrate from Waffle Flower, I cut in red and glued onto there. And then I ended up ordering this month from Ellie Studio. This is, I don't know what stamp set this is called, to be honest, I'm sorry. But it's one of the very new ones. And so I got the matching tab die to go with that. And so I stamped this with a Pacific Point, which is a Stampin' Up! Blue. Die cut it out and then stamped Love This in there. The balloons, like I mentioned, I cut those out with the Simon Says Stamp balloon dies, and I used pattern paper for the one. This is plain, and then this, I actually used a Stampin' Up! Candy cane stencil and the matching ink, which is Daffodil Delight from Stampin' Up! I used some white mist, and if you remember, this was the back side of paper I wasn't going to use, so all worked out. I ended up using some orange stars, like a pattern paper that was reading almost like a navy. I used a vellum, let's see, from Technique Tuesday. It's called the Flare Maker. Right here, I cut it out in vellum, and then I added 44 from this My Mind's Eye cut and paste tiny word stickers. And actually, I added the 44 there. I stapled it with my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. Excuse me. And then from that same word set, I put Today Is All About You. Okay, so moving along, on the bottom here, I'm just going to go through my stack as it is. I have some tags with some twine, Studio Calico tags, my go-to. I love these, you guys know that. Okay, so up here on the balloons, I tied them with a crochet twine, and then this smile, excuse me, the tag actually, the die, or not the die, the piece of ephemera is from this Party Day from Crepe Paper. I actually was able to use that tag. I used some of a ticket and went in my typewriter and did hashtag good times and the date. And oh, H and a B were like Scrabble tiles. I was able to use those too. I just cut off the number because I didn't need the numbers on there. They were too distracting for me, let's just say that. Okay, and then the title, Wish, is from this Thickers Tinsel. I'm trying to make my way through it. And actually, to be honest, I could have done the word make as well because I have enough letters, but then I didn't have another A. And I suppose I could have made one, but honestly, when I buy fonts, when I buy dies and stuff, I buy them and I always keep in mind, you know, I want them to be able to go with a lot of things. So actually, I cut this with my Stampin' Up! This is an old one. It's called Naturally Sheriff, or Serif, sorry. And I added some black. It's not that easy to see actually now. I added some black, like Winkostella, and then I added some glossy accents to give it more of a shine to match Wish. Okay, so then here is, I'm trying to still make my way through these washi strips, and I do have some birthday cards on the agenda to get rid of this, but in this pack was some green washi with stars on it, and to try to bring in that, I just covered a ticket from like my ticket punch, so you know, one of these, and I just covered it in washi and put it down there for some green. And then this was another piece of washi, Happy Birthday. And then down there was another piece. It looks like I need to glue here. And then I added just some tissue paper for my stash to kind of make it feel like gifty. And a little piece of this blue, and then a piece of green, like a zigzag edge paper. I added my journaling with some vellum and my typewriter and my sticker maker, and that was it. So I did use the word smile is from this Simon Says stamp, Loving Words. I just masked it off and stamped smile, which again is right up there. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out fun, and it's a perfect little birthday page. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will do my best to answer them. And also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and you can also find me over on Facebook at Cut It Up Creations at my Facebook page. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.